There was this child at the climbing gym who was like, I want you to race me. And I was like, I'm not going to race you, child. But they're like, we're going to race. And I'm like, all right, I'm climbing and you're climbing next to me. And I can't stop you from doing that, but we're not racing. And like, so we're climbing and I'm going a lot faster than him. And he's like, why are you going so fast? You have to slow down. And I'm like, I'm not, because we're not racing.
Also, if you were racing, wouldn't the point be for you to go fast?
Shitty little kid.
And then he's like, I hope you slip and you fall off the wall. And I was like, and I paused and I go, that's a really rude thing to say. And he says, but it's true. And I was like, well, that doesn't mean it's not rude. And he like, then he fell off the wall and he was like, so mad.
And then he was hit by a car and killed instantly.
Well, and the other thing is, so I was on like a top rope course, which is so like I had Mike at the bottom belaying me, and the kid was on an auto belay course, so it's a machine. And so I get off, like I finish the route, I get off the wall, I untie, and like I'm moving on, and then he goes, "Hey, what'd you do?" And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "There's no thing here." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's not an auto belay, kid. Why did you think that man was at the bottom?" Pulling a rope holding the rope that I was attached to.
I love this kid that would like just like saw you and was like, "That's my fucking enemy." I found my nemesis, and that's Gary.
I know who.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah,
he was so funny.
He was ready to fight.
How old
me.
was he? Like 12?
Yeah, like 12.
Yeah,
You know.
I think
Wow.
in this
Sounds
scenario,
about right.
Cat is Ash Ketchum, and his child is Gary.
I don't. Well,
All children are their own Ash Ketchum.
yeah,
It's
it's true.
And sometimes they lay eyes on an adult woman and they say that's Gary fucking
Gary
Oak.
Oak.
And I know it.
Well, he was also like, what's the other thing? Oh yeah, because he was, when I said like, oh, I don't want to race, he was like, why? Do you think just because you're an adult, like you're better than me? And I was like,
Yes.
I was kind of like, no, I'm pretty sure you're probably better than me because most children who rock climb are way better than me.
Children are crazy.
Especially
And
also
they're
like
light.
they're on the auto belay. It's basically pulling them up the rock wall.
Yeah, because it's a 50-pound counterweight on the side. So if they're like,
sounds like Noelle's just a coward who is afraid of being beaten in a fair race. If you
You
ask
said
me.
about me.
Oh, why
I am a coward.
Sorry, Noelle.
Sounds like Noelle's just a fucking coward.
that is true about Noelle, but I meant to say Cat.
wow. The other thing is, he was also mad because he was like, what grade of route are you on? I was like, it's a 5'10". Like, and he's like,
I love this kid.
and he was like,
what a little bitch.
he was like, and I was like,
I love him.
And he was climbing a 5'8", so he was climbing one that was a lot easier than I was climbing. And he was like, well, it's probably not a very hard 5'10". And I was like,
Who are you?
I was like, I
Why are
really
you
don't
talking to me?
Amazing.
care. I was like,
I love him.
he was just like so ready. He was like, this woman is my enemy.
I'm gonna fight her.
Oh man.
It was a great
Wow.
experience.
So fucking funny.
Wild.
He was so-
That's what I missed in quarantine.
Yeah, that child was so mad at me for climbing.
You're being just like unrelated to him in any way.
I was just like, I was like, I'm just trying to do my warm up here.
What
Like,
an
I'm
incredible
not.
child.
I was just like, I really don't care, kid.
The energy is Vegeta.
Yeah.
Like, you're like Goku, and you just don't give a shit, and you're just living your life. And they're like, oh, Kakarot, you stupid bitch. I'm so much better than you. And you're like, okay, I'm gonna go eat a sandwich. And he's like, oh, I see how it is. You think you're better than me?
That was exactly it. That was
hungry.
100% his energy.
Oh, I
He was-
love it.
Love that.
He was so ready to fight me, and you know.
Who walks into a rock climbing gym and is like, I need to find someone
Challenge.
to challenge, and like when they refuse to challenge me, I will ignore them.
And it's even like there were other children in there, like kids who were his age, and he was like,
I mean,
that 30-year-old woman.
I suppose like it must be like some kind of thing where like he like thought you were really beautiful, and so he was like, the only way I know how to respond to this is to send you a note that says get out of my school. Yeah, but like. Cause like, but his energy is amazing.
His energy was, and it's also like he's like Mike is there, who's like, you know, Mike is just like jacked dude,
right.
Who's like also like kind of tentatively interacting with this child. And the child's like, I don't care about this jacked dude that you're with. He's like,
talking to her.
like, how dare you? How dare you?
This is
interact with
between me and her.
Yeah.
I just wish I could meet that kid.
Kid sounds amazing.
Well,
Great story, Kat.
thanks. Let's play some D&D.
Brought me a lot of joy.
I'm Kat, I'm your DM, and I will fight any child.
Hi, my name is Noelle, and I wish I was any child. And I play Fran.
Hi, my name is Juniper. I don't remember what we were talking about, but I just braided my hair.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it looks great.
Thank you, everyone. Look at that.
I'm sweating already.
Nice.
It's very warm in here.
Mm-hmm.
I've been sweating the whole time since you guys got here.
Yeah, well.
Well, it's not a competition.
Well, if it was a competition, I would be winning.
Yeah, well, it's not a competition, so you're not winning.
Anyway, I'm Hannah, and I was never a child.
Oh, shit.
That makes a lot of sense.
That makes a
Yeah,
lot of
Explains
sense.
a lot
Think about
about
it.
you.
Okay, so last time you guys had a touching conversation with Mary. Well, Corbin did. And you had to figure out how you were going to get across the jaws of Sertinus, which is the strait of ocean between the continents of Vola and Berun. After sending your beautiful monstrosity that is Slugbird off to contact your pirate friends and see if they had any spare ships or advice. They said, please never send us this horrible creature ever again. Also, there's a smuggler nearby. Give them this coin and tell them that I sent you and they'll help you out. You found a beautiful dwarven woman who would not tell you her name. You named her instead.
Yes.
Do you remember what you named her?
Strong Betty.
the
Wolf of the waves.
We remember, Kat.
Good. And she agreed to take you with her across the jaws of Sertinus and to the dwarven port of Rudval. So, you guys are about to depart with Strong Betty, Wolf of the Waves. That is where we are now. As you guys are getting onto Strong Betty's ship, you see, like a Scooby-Doo style, you see one horse head poke into the cave, and then another horse head, and then Burger Jerger on top of the second horse's head, and all three of them peer into this cave.
Ah!
Oh, Peaches, what's going on?
Peaches?
That's the name of your horse?
Yeah.
Did we know that?
Yeah, it's always been Peaches.
I look at the horrible, just demonic, fucking
Wait.
scary horse.
No, hold on, because you said you weren't gonna tell us the name of your horse, and you just told us its name is Peaches?
Peaches.
Yeah, I mean, look at him.
Listen, you're not wrong, but like... just seems really anticlimactic.
So, Peaches, what was your horse's name, Corbin?
Sterling,
that's right. So Peaches, Sterling, and Burger Jerger retreat from the opening of the cave. And there's a pause, a moment, and Darius peeks out of your pocket, Slake. And then Burger Jerger hops forward as it feels like she is being ushered by the horses from out of sight. And she clears her little throat and she says, Corbin, we've reached a consensus.
What? There's a consensus to be reached?
There's a
Peaches, what's going on?
What's happening?
Peaches pokes around the corner, as does Sterling. And Burger Jerger says, we're not going on that boat.
Oh, Burger Jerger. Sterling.
Peaches.
Peaches.
Think of all the good times we've had together.
When Burger Jerger hops forward and she hops onto your foot, Corbin, and like rests her little bird head against your shin and looks up and says, when you need us, we'll be there. But we're not getting on that boat. And we're not going underground into some terrible, stinky dwarf caves. I've done enough of being in terrible, stinky places. And do you know, Peaches, Sterling, and I, we've got a good thing going.
I'm sorry, what's happening?
Is this like a caucus or like a
Corbin?
thruple?
Yeah, it's like a polyam.
Corbin leans down and like pats Burger Jerger on her little head, and he says, Burger Jerger, there's so many things rushing through my mind. Burger Jerger, there's a reason that I forgot to use my spell to summon you for years and years and years. And it's because I knew you didn't want to be in stinky dwarf caves when we were going to Sea Lake. I would never make you go into a stinky dwarf cave.
I appreciate that, Corbin.
You're welcome. I love you, Burger Jerger.
I love you too, Corbin. And then she takes off and lands on Peach's head. They watch from shore as Strong Betty, Wolf of the Waves, loads the four of you into the secret compartment in the hull of her ship, and then packs crates and boxes around you. And you're able to get a peek into some of these crates, and you see that in them are luxury goods from various ports of the world. You recognize mosaics from Madria, some fine leather goods from Ilfra. It looks like she's smuggling mostly, just like luxury goods from across the world.
People of taste.
And she taps on the trapdoor once after shutting it, and the four of you are left in the dark as the tide rushes in. The dark water seeps through the rickety hull of the ship, and you feel a dampness permeate your being as her little skiff sails onto the dark ocean. And it is quiet. There is no sound but the rocking of the boat and the gentle slosh of the waves, the wind overhead, and the distant boom, boom of something far away. And then even that stops. And it's quiet. And it's dark. And the hull creaks. And then there is a boom, louder than before, louder except for when you heard it in Ilfra. It sounds like it's just overhead.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And this ship rocks suddenly, and you are all thrown sideways. Why don't you all roll me an initiative?
Oh, God.
What?
I rolled a 9.
Okay.
I rolled an 18.
I rolled a 5.
Okay. Slake, you are up first. You were knocked sideways as the boat rocked violently in the waves. What do you do?
Okay, well, I guess I look around and try and see what Knock does.
Well, you can't see anything from under here. You're in a dark little hold of a smuggling ship.
God. Oh, God.
But Strong Betty is not in the hold. She's
Strong
on
Betty's
high.
up on top.
So
we have to save Strong.
yeah,
we have to
exactly.
save
Well,
Strong Betty.
okay. So before I take my action, I'm gonna try and not insanely loudly talk to Strong Betty and be like, I guess I'm gonna try and find like a peek, open the door just a tiny bit, be like, Strong Betty, Wolf of the Waves, is everything okay up here?
Nope.
Should we come up?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. And I gesture to you guys, and I burst up through the hold. What do I see, Kat?
You are confronted with the open maw of a large blue dragon as it is charging its breath attack. And why don't you just make me a quick old dexterity save, Slake?
Oh, God. Oh, man.
Oh, Strong Betty, you're so strong.
Oh, that's only a 7.
All right, so Slake, that is not going to succeed, and you're going to take a nice fat 64 damage as you get hit square in the face by a bolt of lightning.
Cool. So,
And that, I'm going to say that, like, knocks you back.
I believe that is according to the rules.
yeah, I would expect
You are knocked back and fall prone, and Mary rushes over to you to tend to your wounds. Sorry. But luckily, Strong Betty made her dexterity save.
Thank God. That's all that
Strong
matters.
So Strong Betty is not looking great because she did take half damage.
We're on a tiny ass boat, right?
Yes, you are on an itty bitty boat.
How big is our tiny ass boat?
I would say probably about like 15 feet long.
Okay, yeah, so small ass boat. I don't know that we should try and fight this thing, or if we should just try and get the fuck away if we can.
I don't know that we can get away.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use my second wind ability so that I can regain some hit points. What is that, a fucking 2?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll regain 12 hit points.
There you go.
Hey, you know what? That's not nothing.
It's not nothing.
Fran, you are up next.
Okay, Kat, what I would like to do is I would like to use the power Blink basically what I want to do is teleport out the bottom of the ship. However, okay, so like the stuff about Blink, I don't know how you would want it to be in our campaign because, so I'll just tell you like what it is in this. Like basically you're teleporting by, you disappear from your current plane of existence and you appear in the ethereal plane.
Oh.
And then you can move around and then you bot back to out of the ethereal plane.
Yeah. Oh, I know exactly how it's going to be.
Okay.
It's a water plane instead. Fran can bop into the elemental plane of water.
Okay.
Because we had been talking about how Fran has her own magic from being part elemental, so that's where you'll go.
Very, very wonderful. Okay, and I can't teleport the way that like actual like godly creatures can, but I can go like basically I can go like 10 feet at a time.
Yeah,
which is enough to get me out the bottom of the boat.
Boom! Boom! All right, so you are out.
And I am swimming. Like, okay, what can I see from below the water? Like, can I see? Is the dragon touching the water at all?
No, dragon's in the air. Dragon is airborne.
Okay.
You just see under the water. It is pitch black, and as you are under the water, Fran, you glance down and you just get this overwhelming sense of unease.
Oh, right, because this is dangerous waters. I'm gonna assume that the dragon is not gonna be looking for me. And I'm just gonna like poke my little head out and try to figure out like where I should go. But Kat, I don't see anything below me.
No, just a yawning blackness and a deep sense of unease.
So I think I'm just gonna swim around, so I'm kind of still by the ship, but where the dragon can't easily see me, like maybe kind of under a lip of the ship or something. Yeah.
A lip of the ship?
Yeah, so it doesn't know where I'm coming from. I could be anywhere.
Okay, all right, Fran, that's your turn.
Yeah.
It is now Mary's turn, and she is going to heal you, Slake.
Yay, Mary!
All right, she is going to heal you for 22 hit points.
Thanks, Mary.
Mary gives you a thumbs up. And now it is Corbin's turn.
Out of an abundance of caution, I'm going to cast Water Walk. I can only cast it on people I can see.
Yeah, I can't cast it on me.
So I can't cast it on Fran, but Fran doesn't need it anyways. And I think I might still be on the hull, so I'm going to pop my little head out and look. And I will cast Water Walk upon them.
Okay.
And they may now, for up to an hour, walk across
And you
the
too,
water.
right?
Yes, me as well, yeah.
Thanks, Corbin!
You got it!
Now it is time for Strong Betty, Wolf of the Waves.
Oh, yes.
Yes!
The way.
Strong Betty.
I'm a
and so
lamb.
Strong Betty takes out her pistol, and then she pulls another pistol out from under her skirt.
Yes.
And she is going to just shoot the dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. So she did nat 20 on both of them, but that is a 20 and a 17.
Hell yeah!
Strong Betty.
So Strong Betty, like, pulls out her pistols, and she just says, fuck this big blue nonsense.
Yes!
And she fires into the dragon's face.
Oh.
All right, so she is going to do a total of 14 damage. It's not much, but it's not nothing. All right, well, that's Strong Betty, Wolf of the Waves' turn. Now it's time for the dragon. And so the dragon is going to use its frightful presence. Everybody, please make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, no. Even me?
Yeah, even you. Oh, shit. Now that is 2 natural 20s.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
my God. Strong Betty.
I got a natural 20 as well. Fuck you, dragon.
Fuck you, dragon.
I'll never be scared by you.
I got a 19, which
Okay.
is close.
God.
Yeah?
Damn it.
Slake?
And I got 14.
Slake, you are frightened. So you will repeat your saving throw at the end of your turn, but for the moment, you cannot move any closer to the dragon.
Gotta face my fears.
Gotta face your fears. And now it is going to make some attacks, and it is going to go after Strong Betty and Slake. So Strong Betty's gonna get its claws. Okay, that one of those is gonna hit. 18 plus 5. It's not great. It's not happy. Okay, so that is the dragon's turn. Now it is Slake's turn.
Okay. So I'm afraid of it, so right now I can't go near. Do I do this saving throw at the end of my turn?
At end of your turn, yeah.
Okay, so for now then, I'm gonna try to do a ranged attack on it, since I can presumably do that without moving closer.
Yes.
So I'm gonna try and shoot at it with my longbow.
Okay.
That's 14 to hit.
Nope.
All right, second one. Fuck. 11. So no, but I will try and shake off my frightenedness. That's a nat 20.
All right, you are no longer frightened. Your arrows clink harmlessly off of its armored scales, but you are enraged by its, presence.
I'm enraged by its daring to interact with Strong Betty, Wolf of the Waves.
You're enraged by its how dare it attack us. You're able to shake off your fright. All right, now it is Fran's turn.
God, now I'm like, from fighting all these fucking demons, I'm so worried about what it's immune to. What if I get a telepathic bond with the dragon?
Yeah, I think sounds good.
That's what I should do.
Maybe you and the dragon could fall in love.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
I think actually what I'm going to do is fireball.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna look up at this stupid fucking dragon and cast my spell that it nearly comes to my mind without even asking when I point at someone, so watch out. I cast fireball up at this mother effer, and I believe it has to make a saving throw.
Dexterity. That is 19.
That will pass. But unless it's immune to fire damage, it will still take half damage.
All right, it is not immune to fire damage.
Okay. So it's going to take 15 damage total
All right.
as it dodges out of the way of my fireball that comes from the sea. Just blasts right out of the sea. So it's not raining anymore.
Nope.
What are the conditions of the ocean?
Choppy.
Choppy, okay. So I would assume, like, if they come out here water walking, it's going to be difficult terrain.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, it's Mary's turn now. What is Mary gonna do?
Mary is going to blast this thing out of the fucking sky.
Yeah, it's gonna blast it into the past.
Or I
Gonna
guess we
fly
could
up
also
in the air and land on its back.
Get up on the Hydra's back,
get up on the
Mary.
Hydra's back.
Oh, I know what she's going to do. She is going to cast Guiding Bolt. So she does not hit.
Okay.
And that's Mary's turn. Mary shoots a glittering bolt of gold into the sky, and the dragon nimbly dodges out of the way.
God, this fucking dragon, the only one who can hit him is Strong Betty.
All right, Corbin.
Strong Betty, you're our only hope.
All right, I'm gonna do my best, y'all, and I do have something severe to bring to this dragon.
Oh.
So Corbin is going to try to draconic spirit summon another dragon to fight the dragon.
Aw, yeah.
Okay, here's what's going to happen. So, Corbin, you cast this spell, this ancient spell, that you've never tried anything like this before, but desperate times call for desperate measures. And at first, you hear no response to your call. In the ether of spiritual energy that you are trying to pull on is just a dark void. And then you feel a cold, sucking sensation as something begins to displace the water under the boat. And then something emerges from the depths. Something stranger. Something touched by the deep's magic. Touched by the god Certinus. You've summoned a sea serpent.
Yes! Oh, I love it. Oh,
Hell yeah!
tell me
Oh
all
my
about
God.
this sea
Oh,
serpent.
yes.
So yeah, this sea serpent, it is fucking huge. It is covered in silvery scales. It's got those big, like, mustache whiskers.
Yeah.
It's got a big fin all around, like a big ruff of a fin around its
Yes.
face. And when it opens its long, fucked up mouth, a big forked tongue comes out. And a spout of boiling water shoots out of its mouth.
Hell
Oh,
yeah!
man.
Fuck him up!
Are you suffering from high-quality podcasts? You see, quality podcasts stimulate parts of your brain, leading to an irksome condition called thinking. But suffer no more, my friend. Introducing Discount Storytime's blend of fictional nonsense and rancid gibberish to provide soothing relief. Try Discount Storytime today. Available on most podcast catchers and at discountstorytime.com.
Consult your healthcare provider before listening to Discount Storytime. Not intended to treat unicyclitis, pickleball liver, or jittering expectations.
Fran in relation to this?
Oh, she's dead.
Moran's fucking dead.
Meanwhile, Fran, as you experience this, you know,
Is it coming up right underneath me?
it sure is.
Can I roll to get on its back?
Oh!
Get up on the Hydra's back.
Get up on the Hydra's back, Fran.
What do I have to roll?
Roll
I'm
me-
bad at anything you're gonna tell me.
I'm gonna say, roll me a dexterity check.
All right.
This is gonna be just to get on the Hydra's back.
Let me get it on the Hydra's back, please. You stupid shitty dice. Oh,
That's not bad.
okay. So I got a 16.
A 16, you are able to grab onto one of its scales as it comes up.
Yes.
You will have to make a strength saving roll on every turn to stay on the Hydra's back.
Okay. Well, I am like,
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I like to think that like the spray of the ocean creates like a nice rainbow.
Yes.
We see
The
rising.
clouds break and the sun comes
Yes.
through.
I mean, it is night, but
The clouds break, the moon comes through.
A night rainbow is created.
Fuck.
so it is now Strong Betty Wolf of the Waves' turn.
okay.
Actually,
Oh.
it is the sea serpent's turn.
Oh.
Sea serpent, sea serpent, sea serpent, sea serpent.
He takes his own turns. He goes immediately after my turn.
Okay.
Is he bigger or the same size as the dragon? Or?
He is longer than the dragon, but they weigh the same amount.
Yeah. I'm also going to say, because I have to differentiate, that based on what you said, this is a chromatic sea serpent.
Okay.
The classification here.
Ooh.
Because you said he was shiny.
Certainly.
So this thing has a multi-attack.
Oh, yes.
It can bite and claw.
Okay.
And then it also has a breath weapon attack that
Okay.
it can do at the same time.
Okay. Can do it at the same time?
Well, like in the same action.
when I have my garlic bread, I'll tell you that's a breath weapon.
So the sea serpent, so it's gonna shoot up at the dragon into the air as far as its little serpentine body can reach from the ocean and try to grab onto the dragon with his little claws. I'm imagining tiny little arms.
Yeah, like sea serpent. Arms.
Yeah, and then it's gonna try to drag the dragon underground, but I'm gonna use the claw attack.
Claw
for
attack,
that. So
okay.
2 claw attacks, 1 with each hand. And
So it's going to attempt to grapple him. is what
yes,
it's doing.
basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll do the claw attacks and then we'll do a strength contest to see if it grapples.
Okay. So the 2 claw attacks.
Oh.
Okay. Way over 20.
Way over 20. Okay, that'll hit.
So that's just 10 damage for that one.
Okay. All right, and then we will do a strength contest to see if it can grapple him. 22.
I got 20, but not natural.
Ah. So it is not able to grapple it.
So
Damn
strong.
it.
Too strong,
The
boys.
claws rake at the dragon as it tries to pull it under, but with 2 beats of its giant wings, the blue dragon pulls away,
Okay.
and it wheels around in the sky, screeching.
As it pulls away, my sea serpent is then going to use his breath weapon.
When my Phil eats salsa at the at the Chipotle,
No.
I'll tell you what, that's a breath weapon. Tries to kiss me, I tell him, hell no, that's a breath weapon.
And then the dragon has to make a dexterity throw to avoid, or, well, to take half damage.
Take
I
down-
take my kids to Panera Bread and
that is
they
a
eat
50.
that.
That spicy ketchup. Let me tell you.
That's a breath
weapon.
That's a breath weapon. That is a 15.
Okay.
Jostle.
God damn it, that's 2 ones!
Oh, man.
So it just kind of gets like a little like of
Yeah,
steam.
yeah, it just barely reaches.
Yep. Okay.
What does it add to the 2? Nothing?
Nothing.
Oh, because it's like a magic?
Yeah.
Nothing.
All right. The blue dragon looks perturbed.
Okay.
All right, Slake, you're up.
Oh boy. Oh, what kind of pickle are we in this time, fellas?
We're really in it now.
So yeah, I'll try to attack again with the longbow. 21 to hit?
That'll hit.
About damn time. Awesome. So for my first attack, that is going to be 9 damage. Ooh, and then my second attack, I only roll 14 to hit.
That does not hit.
Yeah, I guess I'm not going to do anything cool right now, but that's okay.
So the dragon is going to take one of its legendary actions and do its wing attack here at the end of this turn. So everybody, please, my friends, make a dexterity saving throw.
Fucking Fran! You little idiot!
Ran in direct line of fire.
Did get a 16.
Okay.
I got 18 for Corbin. 7 for my lizard.
Okay, Slake.
So I got 11.
Nobody succeeded. Everybody failed.
Oh, even 18?
Everybody failed.
Oh.
Okay.
So you're all going to take 14 damage and be knocked prone as the dragon swoops down and beats its mighty wings. Fran, you are going to be knocked from the sea serpent.
Freaking idiot. Fran, you're great. You're out here. You're doing what you can.
As this mighty creature is knocked back down into the waves and is momentarily stunned by the enormous gusts of wind conjured by the blue dragon. Now it's Fran's turn.
Okay, so I basically, as I'm falling, I'm reaching out my hand and being like, "Fuck you, dragon!" And like, I cast Cone of Cold, and so ice starts to fly through the air in a cone,
Okay.
and it needs to make a Constitution save. It has no choice but to be engulfed in my cone.
22.
So again, it's gonna take 15 damage
All right.
because I didn't roll very well.
All right. Mary, it's her turn now, and she is going to heal Strong Betty, Wolf of the Waves.
Thank God.
Thanks, Strong
I
Betty.
forgot that she had taken a good chunk of damage there. So,
Strong Betty.
Yeah.
but Strong Betty is strong, so she can handle it. So that is going to be 15 back to Strong Betty. She desperately needed them.
Nice.
And now it is Corbin's turn.
Okay. I am going to cast Ice Storm above the dragon.
All
I
right.
assume the dragon is probably roughly 20 feet long-ish. That's the sphere.
Okay.
As long as we're not within it, we are safe.
All right.
I don't think it's not sustained. It's one time only, so you don't have to
Okay.
be really courteous about my spells here.
Thank
You're welcome.
Does it need to like roll anything?
Yes. Yeah.
I'd like to hear an apology before you cast it.
No, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
That is a 24.
Yeah, so whatever, but it still takes half damage. Whatever. Okay, so it's gonna take 11 damage.
Okay.
Got him.
Wow!
Corbin, sea serpent.
Sea serpent. Yes, it is his turn now. He's gonna do the same thing he did last time. Oh,
Except he has to use the sea serpent was knocked prone, so it has to use its
wasn't he?
movement to right itself.
okay. Well then,
So
Drag him to hell.
Well, it probably can only use its
does that.
breath weapon. this
Yeah,
time.
yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Okay, so then he uses his action to right himself. He slithers back up
Out of the deep.
out of the deep, and he opens his little maw, and he's like, "Wah!" Your dragon needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
10.
No, he fails, and he will take 7.
Okay.
7 damage.
Get him.
We're kicking his ass, boys.
This dragon's not gonna come back here.
We're not gonna know what hit him.
Okay, and now it is Strong Betty, Wolf of the Waves. She's
Strong
gonna.
Betty, Wolf of the Waves. Please save us.
Get him,
Strong Betty gets back up to her feet, and she takes out her pistols and she fires twice at the dragon. And she is going to hit once. Okay, that's just going to be a nice 10 damage from her.
We are killing him.
We are killing it. And now, Dragon's gonna,
Oh no.
I don't like the way that Cat smiles.
just in general,
Just
Brutal.
like, you know,
Right now.
you have this
You have a look.
You have this special smile, Cat, that you use when you're like ready to
Make us
eviscerate
suffer.
us.
Yeah.
It's very bad.
all right. The dragon is going to use another one of its legendary actions here at the end of Strong Betty Wolf of the Waves' turn. And it is going to use its tail attack here. And it is not going to, it's not going to attack any of you.
Oh, I know what's happening here.
It is going to attack the ship itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, joke's on it because
Well,
We can all walk on
we
water.
can walk on water, beach.
all the way to the other continent.
It's fine.
Yeah, so that is going to hit the boat. It didn't need to roll high to hit the boat. So it is going to do.
Bitch ass dragon.
Yeah, this dragon's mean.
So it slams
Not nice.
its tail down into the boat and cracks the hull. And then it is just going to, now that it is down on the boat, it is going to swipe with its, as we are now rolling into its turn, it is going to swipe at 1 for Corbin, 1 for Slake, and 1 for the boat. So, claw, all right, Corbin, that is going to be 31 to hit.
You know what? It does not hit my armor class character. Yeah, whatever.
And then Slake, that is going to be a non-natural 20. 14 damage to each of you.
Cool.
And then it is going to open up its enormous maw and take just a big old bite out of the ship. And it punctures the hull with its mighty jaws as it just rips the ship apart. And you hear the most devastated scream ripped from Strong Betty, Wolf of the Waves.
Strong Betty, Wolf of the Waves.
We're gonna get this fucking dragon.
Fuck this dragon up.
Okay. You know what? I'm just going to spend that right now. It is going to use, because I just rolled to recharge it, it is going to use its lightning breath. And in a 90-foot line that is 5 feet wide, everybody is going to get caught in that one. So everybody, except for Fran, everybody except Fran, please make a dexterity saving throw.
My lizard man, too.
Yes.
Okay. 19.
Meets it, beats it. Did anybody roll under a 19?
No, I got a 21.
You got a 21. Mary got a 19, but Strong Betty.
Strong
Betty!
Strong Betty takes a full face full of lightning, and she is
Shit.
thrown off of the sinking ship. As so, you're going to take 33 damage, Corbin and Slake.
I am resistant to lightning because of my
Okay.
lizard.
Then
so
you are
I
going to take
half.
16 damage.
15. My lizard got a 5.
Yeah.
dexterity, so it will, but it will also take half. So it'll just take 33.
33 damage. Yep.
Okay.
Strong Betty. That was all of her hit points.
Yeah, she's definitely.
Strong Betty is thrown from the ship, but she is able to stay above the water thanks to Corbin's water walk spell. And your sea serpent, Corbin, it takes a big hit of lightning and reels back. And then you feel your control, your connection to it, snap. But it doesn't flee. It doesn't turn. It doesn't act like a wild thing would. And you see its eye turn inky black, like a drop of ink on a wet page. And its massive head comes level with the ship. And that bottomless black gaze washes over you. Then it rears back and you see a gout of boiling water ripple through its body before it spurts from its mouth. The jet hits the dragon with screams and wings away from the onslaught, flailing in sudden panic. In recognition. It roars again and the serpent dives under the waves, only to emerge a moment later, leaping nearly straight up from the water, its snapping jaws coming within inches of the dragon's leg as the massive creature roars again, and then ascends above the clouds, and you hear the beat of its massive wings fade into the distance. The serpent crashes down into the water again some distance away, and it seems to have grown longer since it leapt, and paler. The inky eyes spreading to form dark blue patches on the pale silvery body. It resurfaces, circling around the wreckage of your ship.
Corbin waves a little bit, like really tentatively.
Yeah. And Mary steps forward, drawing herself up. She puts a hand out to sort of push you back, Corbin, to get you behind her. And it seems like she gets taller. The gold threaded through her hair, stained on her face, it all glows faintly in the darkness. The creature peers down at her, silent, and Mary stares up at it, her fists clenched. A strange age we live in, little sister. The voice rumbles, and then the serpent dives beneath the waves again, and the coils of its body unwind from around your ship until the silver of its scales vanish beneath the dark waves. Hello everyone, it's me, it's your favorite dungeon master and the master of your hearts and dreams. It's Kat. Hello, welcome to the midroll. How are you? How's your summer been? It's been a while since I chatted with you. Summer sure has flown by. Fall's in the air here in the northern climes. But I was just in Texas yesterday and it was hotter than Satan's biscuit maker, so I guess that is all about perspective. Well, welcome to this midroll. We got people to thank. We got things to talk about. We have messages from our network. We've got it all here in the midroll. Let's start with a shout out to a very special Apple Podcast reviewer, King Dorella _. Thank you so much for your review. You are our only review this week, and I'd like to use that as a prompt for all of the rest of you to please leave us a review. It helps us more than gold, more than jewels, more than anything in the world. If you just leave us a review on iTunes, let us know what you think. You don't even have to let us know what you think. Just let us know in terms of stars, how much stars you think we deserve for entertaining you by week after by week. It helps us climb them charts, helps us get new listeners, and we really appreciate it. So King Dorella, thank you so much. You are my hero this week. Speaking of heroes, let's talk about our Patreon. I would love to first thank all of our new Patreon subscribers. That goes out to Marin, Ben Tover, John, Philip Ellis, Karen Asketa, Tim Hoffman, Mary Mindy, Spring, Ang, Lexi Christine, and Lieb Roberts. Thank you all so much for donating, for supporting the show on Patreon. It floors me all the time how generous and amazing you all are. So thank you so much from the bottom of my soul. You are also my heroes. You're all my heroes. You're all riding on a caravan of white horses to come and save me from a dragon. Hey, have you checked out our store recently? Did you know we have a store? We have very, very many cool things, and I want to talk about some of them. Particularly the cool stickers designed by our very own Hannah Colbert. There is one of Corbin as a crow, or rather a crow to represent Corbin. It's art. It means what you want it to mean. And it says, "I feel nothing." You know, iconic Corbin quote. As well as the Fran quote sticker with the iconic "Wish I Weren't Here" slogan and a beautiful deer among the coral to represent our beautiful Franica. So if you want these cool stickers, they're on my laptop, and they are slightly out of whack because I started with Corbin in the middle and then I had to put Fran on the right. So I am waiting on tenterhooks for Hannah to finish the series, so that I can get another sticker on Corbin's other side, and complete the row. So, keep an eye on our store for when that happens. I know I am keeping an eye on it as well. And now, what's up with Geekspective this week? Let's find out.
Ready for a rules-light, narrative, failing forward, collaborative storytelling, tabletop role-playing game?
Unsure of where to start?
Powered by the Players is an actual play podcast featuring mini campaigns and one-shots of all your favorite Powered by the Apocalypse games.
Each campaign or one-shot will be a different PBTA game with a rotating cast of diverse players. We've got Masks, a teenage superhero drama.
Bluebeard's Bride, a feminist horror retelling.
Monster of the Week, a supernatural mystery.
Escape from Dino Island, a Jurassic Park-inspired adventure.
Crossroads Carnival, a Depression-era sideshow noir.
The next game you play could be yours, so join Morgan, Kristen, and Diana.
And let's power up.
Follow us on Twitter at PBT Players.
Subscribe on your favorite podcatcher.
Thanks, Geekspective. What a cool show. What a cool network. What cool people to play games and have fun with. That's what they are. And now a message to Chantel. Chantel, hope you've had a nice summer. I know you got a house recently. Congratulations. You are the wind beneath all of our wings every day. Chantel, I have a message for you, and that message is Miss Carter of Mars. The sleeper agent is active. Go!
So now we're stranded on the ocean without a boat, correct?
Yeah. So you are currently, you have water walk. Your ship is in smithereens. What do you want to do?
Mary, what was that thing?
Mary lets out a breath, and her clenched hands release, and she is shaking a bit. She shakes her head and signs, I think that was the god of the deep.
Whoa.
I sincerely hope we never meet him again. I don't like his vibe. His vibe was bad.
He helped us, though, right?
I mean...
I have 1 5th level spell slot left, and I do have a spell called Creation. But I can only create something, it can fit in a 5-foot cube.
So it can only be as big as you.
Fran says, Mary, can you wake up Strong Betty Wolf of the Waves?
Mary nods, and she heads over to Strong Betty, who is laying unconscious on top of the water, and she passes a glowing golden hand over her eyes. And Strong Betty opens her eyes and looks around, and then just lets out just the most anguished howl as she sees the splinters of her ship scattered around her on the ocean. And Mary rubs the woman's back gently and signs, it's okay. We're all okay. Strong Betty howls, no, we're not! My ship!
Good morning. I have quick, before the rest of this, sinks or anything, I need you to, tell me how to bind some stuff of this together, but my part of it cannot be bigger than me in any direction.
And the Strong Betty looks at you, and she gets up to her feet, and she looks at you, Fran, and then she just charges you.
What the fuck?
Please roll a dexterity check.
Can I roll to try and protect
Fran?
Oh, yeah.
I got a natural 20.
Oh, shit.
Well, you are on the water.
That's true. This is my space.
So you're able to easily get away from the disoriented dwarven woman.
I just immediately drop down.
Yeah, and she yells, you fucking magic users, you fucking children of the gods! You ruin everything you touch!
No, I'm human. Just for the record.
And she looks at you, Corbin, and then she's gonna run.
I'm gonna try and protect Corbin.
All right, roll a strength check for me.
Okay, that's pretty good. So, to stop Strong Betty's charge, 21.
Okay, yeah, you definitely beat her. So you're able to grab Strong Betty under her arms and just lift her up.
I say to Strong Betty, Strong Betty Wolf of the Waves, I'm so sorry. We didn't expect this to happen, and we promise we'll find you a new boat as soon as we can get to shore.
I burst out of the water and I'm like, hey, lady! I was trying to help you!
Fran! She's distraught.
What should we do? Let you drown?
Fran, this isn't the time.
Mary signs, if we can gather up enough pieces of the boat, I can probably mend it. Some of it, at least.
She doesn't want you to mend it, Mary. She wants it to sink to the bottom of the ocean.
I don't think that's what she wants.
And when you look at Strong Betty, she is just crying, big tears coming out.
No, Strong Betty, I'm so sorry.
Fran, you heartless monster.
She tried to hit me.
I've tried to hit you.
Yeah, but then I deserved it.
Fran, Corbin, pick up the pieces, I say, and I'm still holding Strong Betty Wolf of the Waves.
And Strong Betty pats your arms, she's like, put me down, just put me.
Okay.
I don't know how to pick up the pieces of this broken relationship between me and Strong Betty Wolf of the Waves.
Fran, I say, and I'm glaring at you.
Corbin pushes Fran. Just very gently.
I fall to the water.
Yeah.
I start picking up the pieces of the boat.
So, how do you want to go about this? How do you want to go about collecting pieces of the boat? Because there are some big pieces, there's some smaller pieces. If you can get enough pieces of the boat together, between Fran's creating a decent
The
raft.
missing pieces of the boat.
Yeah. So Fran can create the missing pieces of the boat, and Mary can mend. Is kind of the plan.
Well, I can pick up big pieces. I'm strong.
Corbin
strong?
can pick up medium and small pieces.
You could transform yourself into a strong animal.
You're right, I could. I can transform myself into a pink dolphin.
Yeah. Known for their gathering abilities.
Could you be like a giraffe or like an
Have
elephant?
I seen a giraffe?
I don't know. What are big animals that are?
Why would
were
a
on
giraffe be helpful in this situation?
Because it's big. And it can walk on the water.
Okay, no,
'Cause
actually,
Corbin can walk
I'm
on
gonna
the water.
turn myself into a warhorse, and I want you guys to like affix the raft to me, and I'll just
a horse
I'll run.
that can
I'll run across the water.
walk on water. That's fucking it's dope as hell.
Yeah, I know.
Right. Water horse.
All right, I turn into a warhorse, and I use my really dexterous hooves to kick the debris towards.
Fran looks at Corbin in confusion and then takes out some ropes to tie them.
Thank you.
So that we can pull the pieces together.
hauling pieces. All right. Slake and Corbin, I want each of you to make a strength check.
Wait, I have to see what my horse stats are.
21 on my strength check.
Oh, good. Okay.
Ah,
Well, I have plus 4 strength, which does raise that up to a 6.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, here's what happens then. Corbin, you ineffectually kick at the pieces of the boat and do smash them up with your big, powerful hooves. However, Slake, you get just straight to work, gathering up the big pieces of the boat and dragging them over to Corbin, tying them with ropes while Corbin is just like smashing them with his hooves.
Stomp.
What is Fran doing?
I don't know. Fran didn't make a strength roll.
Oh, I was assuming I'm waiting for you guys to hold it in place so I can cast the spell.
Okay.
All right. I will say with your combined good and bad rolls, you guys are able to gather up probably about 30% of the pieces of the boat.
Okay.
So not very many, but enough that Mary is able to sort of cast mend and form a roughly boat-shaped vessel, which Fran's created raft can go in the center of to complete a vessel.
Mm-hmm. And I will pull the vessel with my horse strength.
And Strong Betty, during all of this, she has just like sat down on the water and is staring out at the ocean and is not looking at you guys. She's regretting all of her life choices.
Yeah, I mean, that's
up to this moment.
pretty fair. I would be too.
She did just get nearly killed by a dragon, so like she's having a very bad day. So once you guys have your makeshift boat together, Mary comes over to Strong Betty and puts a hand on her shoulder and motions over to the raft, and Strong Betty looks at it, and a fresh wave of tears wells up in her eyes, and then she shakes her head and grits her teeth and heads over to the boat, and she sits down in the prow and crosses her arms to glare at you guys. And Mary looks at the rest of you and sort of shrugs.
And I have ropes tied to Corbin, and I'm like, yeah!
Corbin like rears up and whinnies.
Mary signs, I wonder if I could even truthfully say this, but it feels like this is the strangest thing we've ever done.
I think it's unfortunately
Par for the course.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are loaded up into your raft. Corbin, off you go, I guess.
Can I do a roll to try and double my speed?
Sure. Roll me a dexterity check.
Okay. That's a 4. So
No.
okay, well, my speed is still 60, so I do a big whinny and I rear up and then I take off at my average horse speed, which is 60 feet.
So you guys start moving across the waves, and how long does water walk last?
Isn't it like an hour?
About under an hour, Corbin, your hooves begin to sink into the water as you are galloping.
Yeah.
And do you turn back into a boy before getting into the boat, or do you get into the boat as a horse?
Actually, I was gonna say, could I turn into a dolphin and just keep going?
I suppose you could actually retie the harness around.
Yeah,
Corbin.
if you guys want to.
Sure. And I yell, yeah, again, and I jump on Corbin's back to retie the ropes.
Hell yeah. And Corbin goes, ee!
And Strong Betty Wolf of the Waves grunts. And you guys are off again, sailing across the choppy ocean. It is just about sunrise as you are getting close to Rudval, the port of entry to the Dwarven Kingdom. And the black smoke billowing from the city is the first sign that something is very wrong.
Should I summon Barlgura and he can fucking drown in the ocean?
Summon him
just to let him die.
It's like you
Then I'll be like, attack, little monkey.
Go
Attack
get him,
him.
little monkey. Barl girl, like choking on seawater.
You're the real villain.